Hello, this is the idea of a phone call with spatial sound. This idea has actually been around in games for quite a long time, but has never been brought to a professional context. Imagine you're in a Jitsi meeting, a Skype meeting, a Teams meeting, a Zoom meeting, a whatever meeting, and this time not everyone can listen to everyone, but instead you have these I visualize these as cones, like sound cones. So for example, the participant number 2 and the participant number 4 can actually hear each other because you can see that the cones overlap with the player's ears. So, or like with the participant's ears, sorry for that, with the participant's ears. So this is the participant's ear and this is the participant number 4 ear. So maybe the participant number 4 can slightly listen to what the participant number 2 talks about, but he might have to talk a little bit louder. This is a very rough prototype that where you can adjust the sound of one participant with your mouse, but in real time it should actually be like the voice sound. And the participant can always have like a direction, a location and a direction. As you can see here, we can move the participant around and he can have a direction where he can talk to. Of course, this cone can be bigger. This is just an implementation detail. But the point being is that, for example, you're being participant number 1. If you're like in this area, you can listen to what number 3 has to say. And if you move yourself over here, you can listen to what number 5 has to say, but you cannot listen to what number 3 has to say. And you can also not listen to their conversation. So what you can actually simulate in this context is, imagine you have a meeting where people actually sit next to each other like this. Participant, like the problem with online meetings is that everyone always talks to everyone, right? You can imagine like participant number 1 has like the kind of the God voice, so everyone hears that with a certain loudness. But maybe there's like something that participant 4 and 5 want to talk about, but it's not necessary that everyone can listen to them. So what they can do is they just can head into each other's directions and have like a little chat, and maybe then interfere with like participant number 1 or ask for the God voice to talk to everyone. But it's not necessary that like they have a chat or they go into the different room. Everyone can be in the same space while still having like private conversations. And of course you can imagine group conversations. You can imagine something like this. And in this case, we have like only numbers here, but imagine like this is like, I don't know, Peter, Mark, and I don't know, Otto, whatever. And then like some new guy comes in, or maybe the boss comes in, I don't know what, and he like gets closer to the people, so everyone knows that like, okay, he's getting closer, okay, we should stop talking about this guy, right? So this is basically the mapping of the real world meeting into the digital context. How you control that, if you control it with the mouse, with the keys, with WASD, with the arrow keys or whatever, that's an implementation detail, but the basic idea is that you have spatial sound within your video conference. So, and one voice to Microsoft and Zoom and 8x8. Why not make a prototype? Why not making a prototype? Yeah, I should use proper English in the most important sentence. Thanks for watching.